We're gonna do a love reading. Oh, that was so weird. I just like made a cat sound. That wasn't actually on purpose. My cat was just up here, but she got down. Um, okay, so this is gonna be collective love reading. I did it last month and I did it last month. I think it like set the stage nicely. So I'm gonna do another one. Okay. So Field of Dreams is coming out. This is number 21. It's like a whole bunch of ideas. This like I'm showing you. So this is in the upright. And the thing about it is that there's fairies perched atop, or pixies. It's very Anne Geddes. Um, there's something about having like a wealth of something. I'm just found a purse under my table. Excuse me. Okay. There's it's almost like little hidden gems. And you got to figure out like where they're located for yourself. I do want to say it's like having gems like almost kind of like sprinkled across the beach. So you have to figure out where they are as the tide comes. You know, it moves the sand every time the waves hit the beach. So, okay, here we have Golden Place. It's number 23. So we have 21 and 23. Interesting. February 1st, February 3rd could be significant. Or the 21st of the month, the 23rd of the month, something like that. Yeah, and then here's Rock Bottom. And yes, I flipped it like this. Came out like that. This is number 10. But the interesting thing about this is that I kind of feel like I should put it this way. And the reason is because there's like roads or trails or pathways that I feel like are coming from here and coming from there. And I feel like you have to kind of decide. You want to go with the idea of something. It could be a really nice idea, right? But is it more that the thought of something or the idea of something? If this is love life in specific, since this is a love reading, it's are these eggs actually incubating, or are they just mystical, untouchable, unreachable, unattainable eggs, right? Having the golden rule, which is doing unto others as you would have them do unto you, that's kind of the key in demystifying this. I'm seeing a full moon here, and it is kind of in the background, but then there's like a sliver of a moon there. Okay. There's something about like you need to decide whether you're gonna ebb or flow, whether you're gonna wax or wane. Okay. There's rock bottom, I don't think has much to do with anything outside of like having a foundational structure. So you could be coming from this direction or you could be moving towards it. It's almost like having passion or fire for something versus water. Fire and water, they mix, but not that often, just because it creates a lot of steam. Wealth wants to be out here, as well as the end, like no end of strife when it comes to wealth. So yeah, like more money, more problems. That's true. The wealth of these eggs, if they're all being incubated, which I kind of see this as like a space for each of them to be held, like, you know, they're separated but also secured. It's like you need to put an infrastructure into the actual building process of these ideas or these eggs that you're trying to like, you know, hatch or sit on. for the time being, at the very least. There's the end of like no end of strife when it comes to people not being able to reciprocate this idea of like the golden rule, for example. That kind of stuff is frustrating, but it doesn't have to stop you from achieving your goals. You just have to keep your eye on the prize. This is a field of dreams. If you build it, they will come. Just like that. So, yeah, there's the full moon. Like I was saying, so I don't know, you might be moving more toward building something rather than just like taking this blind faith in the universe. Like, oh, well, if I treat everybody with love, respect, kindness, and blah, then that's all going to come back to me. Nah, to a certain degree. Your wallet still might get stolen and someone could like drop it back off at your house with your ID in there and none of your money. You know what I mean? But then there's also people that have really good ideas who are not money hungry like that. They want to see the dragon hatch and they want to see the pixie and the fairy and the munchkin and also the magic dragon, and also, you know what I'm saying, like they want to see Toothless. There's people that actually do have like really naive almost, but also really kind intentions. And I think that's something that needs to be considered here with number 21. And that's coming out because of the full moon. I just see, the fairies also could be sitting on ideas. So yeah, this is truth. You kind of do need to like let it go a little bit, like unground your shadow self. Yeah, let go of Saturn. That's interesting, that just fell right there. Let go of Saturn and let like your thoughts kind of carry you for the time being. The truth of the matter is that there is a secret. That secret is not something that you can truthfully share without major contention to your own life. Okay? But the way that people share it, or the way they frame things, or the way it's reflected in your shadow self, that's kind of the part that needs to be a little lighter. And I do mean that in like the most literal sense of the word. This shadow self is quite dark, which is not a problem. It's not a problem to be a dark person or like have a dark sense of humor or dark whatever aura. Even if you have like dark purple or dark blue aura, it just means you're more of an intense person. You may be more serious, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. But every once in a while, there's nothing wrong with it, but you do need to unground yourself and cut loose sometimes. Like, I'm just hearing footloose and fancy free. Think about going to a duty-free store, okay? And you can buy whatever you want from that duty-free store without paying taxes. It's kind of like it's like a free little giveaway, okay? And that free little giveaway in your specific case, if you're talking about love and trying to make this decision between somebody who's going to treat you really well versus somebody who you could maybe like, start a band. I'm just kidding. That's a completely sarcastic joke. I'm just trying to say that some of that would go with like more of your whimsy. Maybe be a little bit more creative together. Maybe like travel a lot. You know what I mean? Like build a house together from the ground up. That kind of stuff. This is a very cut and dried. I'm gonna do for you what I want you to do for me, which is fine. That's great. Okay, but it's also like not the end of strife when it comes to choosing a path, because if you choose to treat people with, like I said, kindness, respect, etc., and it's not coming back to you, equal give and take style, or even on a level where you feel like there's maybe like somewhere to go from there. Like you really like the level of kindness that somebody shows other people. You notice the way they treat the server. You notice the way that they interact with family, friends, and clientele. You get the sense that they're a good person at the core of who they are. That's what this rock bottom is more of like a core factor. This is maybe a factor for you. It's not necessarily a factor for other people. And that's only because you can only control yourself. So it doesn't mean stop showing the golden rule to other people. It just means also take it with a grain of salt, that even though you may have the best of intentions, that's what paves the road to hell. So anyway, over here with the Field of Dreams, this is a little bit more exotic. It's like an exotic take on eggs. You're ordering an egg and you don't know what's in it. It's a mystery egg. It's like those poppers, that they have. You like pull both ends and like whatever comes out comes out. That's kind of more so what this is. It's a golden ticket versus a golden opportunity. If you were to come into line with somebody that did have your same values and your same mindset about, what I give to you, I'd like it reciprocated, you may find somebody like that, and then your two paths will cross, and it's great, right? But over here, it's more like, I want the mystery egg. I'm going to pay X amount of money or energy or attention to this mystery egg and see what comes out of it. It could be a garden snake. It could be a newt. It could be Puffs of Magic Dragon, for all I know. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is more of a risky endeavor, but it's also got a bigger payout in the case that it is something. That's just the feeling I'm getting. Yeah, here's self-control coming out in the upright. This is about you. I feel like this goes right there. I don't know if you can see this. Okay. So you want wealth without having to like be in strife, right? So if you can get self-control over your inner child or your inner self or your inner like your feelings, then demystifying the shadow self, or at least shining a light. You know how you shine a light in someone's eyes and be like, are you there? Is anyone home? That's kind of what it is for self-control. It needs to be something that's either you're going to take all of the responsibility of controlling only yourself, or you're going to take the responsibility of creating an extension of yourself where it was not maybe wealthy before, where you've not felt that wealth of support or supplementary energy. Okay. Right here, please. New beginnings. It's about taking that step through the door. And if you can't see it from this far back, but I do want to say there's an invisible hand. It's a big old invisible hand kind of helping to like guide or so you know how a mother hen or chicken, whatever, like they'll peck around the sides of their nest to make sure everything's tucked in, all the twigs, it's nesting. I think every bird does that. That's what this is. It's tidying up. It's a new beginning, and you need to have self-control in order to be able to have it. So this invisible guidance from above is it's showing you your options and then also showing you where the door is. That door could be for you to leave something behind, or it could be for you to start a new beginning. And it's completely up to you. Like, it doesn't have anything to do with anyone else. This is number 50, by the way, self-control, and number 11 is new beginnings. It's a decision that needs to be made. Yeah, and you can't really deny yourself this. Like, whatever this is, you're gonna need to be really honest about where you stand with it, and like how does it, like your game plan moving forward is what I want to say. Your game plan moving forward. So that's all I have to say about love this month. Yeah, there we go. Things are a little bit like right now, I feel like this self-control and this new beginning hasn't hit quite yet, if that makes sense. Like, it's not grounded yet, but it's on its way. Okay, so you don't have to do anything, not yet. Show gratitude to yourself so that whatever direction you decide to take, go building like arena, or go build like a palace, full of, visionaries. I don't know. However, you're going to nurture your love life and yourself. Build on that. Like, focus on that. Don't focus on anything else. That's all.